Welcome back, Manly Bands fans.
Damn DNA tests. Okay, so here's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing it's like a brother and sister who like wanted to get married, and then they it was like a fake DNA test that told them they were brother and sister, and then they found out they weren't, and it was like a whole soap opera that happened. Is that what happened? I have a really good imagination.
If your family stresses you out, then hang out with people who don't stress you out. I like what Dr. B from the Cleveland Institute said. Make it a point to intentionally focus on people in your life who lift you up. Suddenly, Josh Groban is starting to make a heck of a lot more sense. He's got that song, You Lift Me Up. Whee! You know what I'm talking about? Corey? You know what I'm talking about, right? He knows what I'm talking about.
So you're gonna wanna hold it close to the bottom, then you're gonna come straight back and you're gonna flick your wrist just a little bit at the end, and you're gonna stand just a little bit farther back than you would with the axes.
Okay, hold it close to the bottom. First time, every time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
I think they're just dull.
I don't think so.
Nobody asked you, Rebecca. And then you're gonna edit that, right? I got a lot of time on my hands these days, and I was watching The Godfather the other day, and I noticed something unique. And no, it wasn't the fact that Vito Corleone was shot with a gun that didn't exist for another 8 years. Oh man, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. No, it was how he wore his ring on his pinky finger. That's right, I'm thinking about rings all the time. Anyone in my high school can attest to that because I read Lord of the Rings nonstop every day for like 4 years. And that's why I didn't have a girlfriend. It's probably why I still don't have a girlfriend, to be honest.
You want to get nailed? Oh, that's specific. Love it. And I think that they do. I think that that's, yeah.
Consent is important, everybody, so good on you.
Consent is important, that's true.
I'm laughing, but I'm serious. Consent is important. But that's a hilarious ring.
It is.
All right.
Pull my finger. Hey, at least they're honest, you know?
There are several factors a groom has to consider first, but it might help if I went over a little history of the groomsmen. For centuries, women had little say over who they would marry. When men set their sights on the spouse of their choosing, they'd send out their boys to bring them the woman. Not exactly anyone's idea of romance, but then again, neither's online dating. And those guys sent to do the rounding up, those guys are thought to be your OG groomsmen. And the best man, he was thought to be the most skillful abductor, the man most likely to lead a charge that would return with the prize. So for hundreds and hundreds of years, groomsmen were basically just muscle. Thankfully, we don't do that anymore. Hopefully. Seriously, don't. Ready to propose? Hey, congratulations! And a wise man once said, you should only buy an engagement ring when you're ready to use it. So once you know, and you'll know, but if you don't know, have a conversation with yourself about it. After all, you know best. Am I right? Okay. Engagement rings take about 1 to 2 months to be handcrafted, so be sure to take that into account when you're planning your date for your wedding. Keep in mind, most people get engaged during a small window of the year, and that's Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day. Why? Well, maybe because family's around to celebrate, or maybe those holidays are extra special to them. And not that anybody's asking, but May the 4th is one of my favorite holidays.
So let's start with our bestseller collection. Here we have some of our most popular rings, including the Baller.
Oh, we're talking about the ring,
not sorry. Me. This one, the Baller.
Definitely not a baller, drive a PT Cruiser. Alien Abductee 981658. I love the specificity of it. Yes. Like, it wasn't enough just to be an alien abductee, but they really had to put the serial number on there. That's great. And wherever you are, I hope you get your ring. Let's clean a gold ring. Start by mixing up dish detergent in lukewarm water and soak your ring for 15 to 30 minutes. That way you'll remove any greasy residue and dirt. If your band is super dirty, use soda water. The carbonation will really get in there and remove the Klingons. What's the Klingon word for loneliness? Yes. It might also be an appropriate time to include a story that illustrates your love for the bride. For example, as husband and wife, I know we'll be able to accomplish anything and overcome any challenges that stand in our way. From the moment I met you standing there at Comic-Con in your obscure R5D4 steampunk cosplay with that giant bacon-wrapped turkey leg in your mouth, I knew you were the one I was meant to spend the rest of my life with. You are the Bella to my Edward, the Harlequin to my Joker, the Leia to my Han Solo. As we began to date and get to know each other even better, these thoughts were confirmed. I have never doubted my love for you. In fact, it has grown stronger every day.
3, 2, 1.
one.
But really tasty, actually.
Worth it.